Hi, my name is Michael DeSilvis with the Freedom Network for December 2nd, 2013. When I called Brandon at Bass Pro store number 56 on the 17th of November, I was talking with him on the phone, and he said to me that he would have somebody call me back on that. I was under the impression they would talk to me that day. So nobody did. Days went by. Here the 28th comes, and it was 29th comes, and it's Black Friday, and I called, and of course somebody else answered the phone. It wasn't Brandon. And then, of course, it was Black Friday, so they said they would leave a message for him. Not him, but somebody, but it was him. And they would give me a call on Monday. So Monday comes, nobody called. So I called them back, and I left them a message for someone to call me, but it was Brandon. He called me, or Brandon, that was his name. And he's in the camping department, and he's the manager there of that department. And he called me back, and I asked him, well, why can I not work there anymore? And see, what happened was back in September when I worked there, a week before, I came in the week before, a week later, but because I was sick, and I called them an hour before I was supposed to be there that day, and let them know this. And then the next week I worked, and I was 3.5 hours late because I had a hard time getting there because I couldn't find a ride to get there. But then I finally worked that out, because on the third time when I came in November the 2nd, I was there 35 minutes early. So we worked out the issue, and Michelle was happy because we worked out that issue. And I was happy too because I had a ride, and it was great. And I was able to get there and get home and stuff. But both times I had to wait for him for over an hour to sign my paper, for him to signature or leave a comment. The first time he said when I came that I was very good with the customers, and I was really good with the customers, and that's what he left, a good comment. The second time when I worked, he just signed it and didn't leave a comment because he was busy, because it was busy that day. That's when they had Duck Dynasty and all that out there at that location, and it was really busy. It was like a circus in there. And, of course, the big people were there from Missouri. A guy was walking around with a blue shirt and Tiakis with a clipboard. I knew he was from corporate because he wasn't there the last time when I came. And, of course, when I asked him, let's fast forward to today. When I asked him today why, he said, well, he held that when I was sick, that was not satisfactory because I was sick. And I'm sorry people get sick, because I'm a mystery shopper. I'm not his employee. I'm a mystery shopper. I'm not employed by them. I go into stores undercover and I do work for them. Now they can cancel me or not, but I think he discriminated me. He was just making up excuses. Let me give you some more. He also said that I was 3.5 hours late, which he said I was fine, but he said just get there before 2:30. I was 3.5 hours late when I came the second week because I was having transportation trouble. But then when I came in November the 2nd, I was there 35 minutes ahead of schedule or early. And I told him, that I got that all worked out. And I did. I had it all worked out. And everything was fine as far as I knew. But he's an arrogant, and I found out he was arrogant because he made me wait over an hour for him to sign my papers, like I said. Because we called him, and I was sitting there waiting, and I want to get home and wondering what the world's going on. I know he's busy, but why is it taking so long? Because all through the day he kept going by me and walking by, and checking on me every now and then and all, and talking to me and stuff. And then when it's time for me to go, it's like he's making me wait purposefully, and I thought, and I was just being arrogant because he made me wait. And that really kind of frustrated me. And then I hear from other people that I know that go there who I knew who were shoppers that he heard make comments to other people there in management that I was bipolar, which I was not. I do get emotional sometimes because I'm sensitive, but it's not because I'm bipolar. I'm not even bipolar at all. So that guy, he ought to stick to management because he sure don't have that down because he don't even know what bipolar is, and he doesn't even know what somebody is who doesn't have any problems. I'm just emotional. I'm just sensitive. That doesn't mean you're bipolar, Brandon. You need to go back to school and learn psychology, buddy. But the thing is, you just don't say stuff like that when you're not qualified. You're not an expert. Just because you're a manager doesn't make you a people expert. Okay? And then secondly, because I have a degree in psychology, So, like I said, I have 4 degrees. And yeah, I might look stupid because I got to wear these. And this is the real reason why you don't want me working there is because of these. You know it, and I know it. That's why you don't want me working there. Because all those things are all excuses. Every one of them. Because I documented every time I called Michelle Workowitz and with Frontline Services. And I also called you. So all this stuff is documented, Slick. And even your phone records. If I were to do a trace on your phone logs, it would show that I called on the dates that are mentioned in question. And therefore, you said everything was fine on the call. Just make sure you get here before 2:30. And I did. I got there at 1:30 for the first time. Second time, I was 35 minutes early. So, you were fine, but it just was real busy and all. And, I don't understand why. I guess you feel intimidated by me. I don't know what it is, but you seem to be arrogant. And then when I called you 3 times, you would not call me back. And you played it off. It was someone else that made a decision when it was really you that made the decision. It wasn't nobody else. It was you. And you lied about it to me, thinking I'm not dumb, like you think I'm a dummy. And I don't know. I know it was you. Yeah, I'm not mad at you. But you stop trying to think you're slick. Because I know it was you. You're the only one that did it, slicker. Okay, slitty slicker. We know it was you. Okay? And not only that, the thing is I'm coming in there as a vendor for you to help make you look good. Your store looks nice. Staff was generally nice. Both times. And I thought you were nice, but you're two-faced. You were arrogant, son of a gun. And you try to hold fraudulent stuff against me that's well documented, that's explanatory, because I called in hours before I was supposed to be there to work to let you know what the problem was. When I was sick, I called you. And I even called, way before I was supposed to come in. And even that day when I was 3 hours late, I called about a half an hour to an hour before my scheduled time to let you know when I would be able to be there. So, when I got there the second time, I wasn't late at all. So I figured everything was okay. I don't know what the problem is with you. Maybe you need to get on some medication or something. But, to me, I would work with people better. I would be more understanding. And I would show that people are the asset. Not what you get in your pocket, your pocket. But what you get, what you have here. And that you treat people with kindness. And you treat people you might not like what they look like because they got to wear glasses like this. But, I can do the job. I could do your job. You see, because I used to be a manager at 7-Eleven. I used to be a shift manager, slack. So I can do your job. But the thing is, I'm just there mystery shopping. I'm undercover. I'm there representing the Food Saver and the Gain Saver products. That's what I am there only to do. But, you took away $180 of my income, which I do take a little personal. I'm not mad at you, but I think, like I told you on the phone, I said, can I speak freely? And he said, yeah, sure. I said, well, if the circumstances were right and if they were reversed, do you think what you did was fair or right? He said, no. I said, well, then why are you doing this to me? Why did you tell them no when I should be there demoing the product? Because we want to go a different direction. And his different direction is discrimination. It's all discrimination. That's his way of saying that. He don't want me there. Because he didn't like the fact, because he wants to make up a bunch of excuses. When I had valid reasoning for those problems. I'm sorry I was sick the first time I was supposed to be there. Oh, I'm sorry. You're God, right? I'm not supposed to get sick. I'm sorry I got sick. And then secondly, I'm 3.5 hours late when I called over about 30 minutes to over an hour to let you know that. Oh, I'm sorry. Nobody, I had transportation trouble. But, when I went there the second time, it was all worked out. So what's the problem? You're the problem, not me. You are the problem. Arrogant son of a gun. So, I think Mazor needs to look at this. This is a Bass Pro update. This is what really happened. Run around there trying to get him to call me on the 17th. Didn't call me back at all. Didn't hear nothing. No bling bling, no nothing. 29th, 20, he never called. Then I had to call on Black Friday. And then when I had to call on Monday when they were supposed to call me. And then he called me back. And they wrote it all down, but somehow I got lost in the shuffle because he wasn't going to ever call me back. And then when he called me back, he made up a bunch of excuses when I had valid reasons and explanation for those. And they were excuses he was making. And I did everything by the book. It wasn't like I just showed up out of nowhere and didn't give them a call back to let them know what happened. You know, I didn't just show up. I did all I was supposed to do according to what you're supposed to do when you work by the rules. And that's what I did. So as far as, even though I was 3.5 hours late, and even though I didn't come the first week because I didn't feel well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me for being human. I'm sorry. Well, I hope, buddy, you don't lose your job and that your car don't break down on the highway. And I hope you don't have trouble. Because God forbid, I hope that same fate that happened to me don't happen to your ass, asshole. So anyway, that's my update for Bass Pro. And of course, that's Brandon, store 56. He works in the camping department. Say hi to him and punch him in the back for me. All right, have a nice day. This is Michael DeSilvis from DeSilvis Media, the Freedom Network. I have nothing bad to say about Bass Pro Shop, but I have some bad things to say about Brandon who works there. They need to get rid of that guy. He's an asshole. I'll see you later. Other than that, everything's fine. That's my update. I'll shoot you up with another update tomorrow. Subscribe down below. Subscribe down below. See you tomorrow.